Hey guys, I want to congratulate you for being on the webinar tonight. It looks like we're live. I just double checked to make sure everything is okay, and glad to have you back. We had a week off last week. A lot of you probably know I indicated in my email this exact webinar was actually planned last week, but my daughter decided that she was going to have a baby. So the baby wasn't going to wait. We had a baby, and so my daughter, this is her third baby, and so this makes, let's see, 5 grandchildren for us. So it's actually 5 and 5. I've got 5 kids and 5 grandkids. It's amazing how fast that multiplies when your kids start getting married. And anyway, the baby's name is Zayden Ralph. I don't know where she got the name Zayden from, but the name Ralph is actually my father's name. So the baby was named after his great-grandfather, who's still alive, by the way. You guys probably heard me talk about my dad and my mom before. They're both in their 80s. They've both had bouts with cancer. My dad had a more serious bout with cancer, and he still has it. But fortunately, he's still with us. He's had some wonderful care. But as far as the baby is concerned, we're super happy. We feel really blessed because my daughter actually had a real difficult time with this delivery. She was a week late. The baby was a bigger baby, and she had a real difficult time during the delivery. And the doctors were like this close to doing a C-section. And fortunately, she was able to do a few really hard pushes, and she got the baby out, and so the baby's doing great. Mom's doing great. It was a real challenge though for her, but she made it. I think the baby is pretty close to 8 pounds. I think it's 7 pounds 9 or 10 ounces, something like that, and I believe it's about 22 or 23 inches long. So the baby's doing great. If you got my email, you probably got a picture. So anyway, I'm really happy to do this hangout to you or for you tonight. I'm going to give you a ton of value. I'm going to invite you right now to take out a pencil and paper and take copious notes. Okay, this is a team hangout, but I've also invited my subscribers. Many of you have subscribed to one list or another of mine, and I give you as much value as I can through those emails. Sometimes you may be directed to a blog that has value that is going to help you out with your business. Sometimes you're directed right to this hangout, which we do every single week. So I really hope that you get a ton of value, and it really doesn't matter to me what business that you're in. You can apply this. If you're a real estate agent, you can apply this. If you're a jewelry store owner and you're trying to break out on the internet, this is going to help you. If you're focusing on internet marketing or network marketing or affiliate marketing, you can do this. Now, I'm going to go right to my screen share right now to a PowerPoint because for some reason, when I'm utilizing my camera, the sound hasn't been, it sounds a little bit crackly, and I realize that. But as soon as I go to my screen share, the quality is going to improve. So I'm going to jump on there right now, okay? So give me a second right here. And jump right to my screen share. Give me a second as I pull up this my training here for you. Okay. Go full screen on this. Okay, here we go. Let's see here. Okay, so this is what I invite you to do, guys, is take notes and take this seriously. Why am I doing training on a blog? Okay, with all of the internet marketing that is available on the internet over the years, think about the last 15 years. as as different systems have come and gone, blogging has stood the test of time. I mean, you think about it for a minute here. You could get leads. You could drive traffic to a blog. You could get traffic with a blog, and you have control over a blog. On the other hand, you don't necessarily have control over YouTube and Facebook and Twitter, as phenomenal as they are. Okay, billions of users, probably 1 billion users for Google, probably about the same for YouTube and Twitter, and Pinterest and the rest are coming up there too. They're all phenomenal ways of marketing, and we utilize those methods. But of all of the methods that you could use, a blog is something that you have the most control over. Facebook could change its algorithms and restrict you. YouTube can definitely change their algorithms. You can have an entire channel in YouTube that can be terminated just because they might change their rules, and so you never know. My point is that as effective as other marketing avenues are, still blogging has stood the test of time, because it's you have ownership of it, and also it's your home base. Now, let me put this in perspective. There's many people that are millionaires because of a blog. Just in our organization alone, we've been able to create something to, I think it's about 14 or 15 $1 million earners. And every one of those $1 million earners have a blog, okay? And many of them utilize blogging as their primary way of driving leads. And even the ones that maybe they use YouTube or paid advertising, those people still utilize a blog, okay? And there's many, many benefits of utilizing a blog. So I don't know a single person that's successful, at least in our organization, that doesn't utilize a blog. And many people outside of our organization, and you probably know who they are, who utilize a blog to get traffic, okay? So if you were on my hangout a couple of weeks ago, we talked about a lot of these methods of attracting leads with the blog and getting leads with the blog, and how to write your blog so that it does show up higher in the Google rankings. The goal is to get to number 1. Now, obviously, you could promote your blog all over the internet in a lot of different ways, and we're going to save that topic for a different day, okay? Because that'll take a whole hour in itself in talking about promoting your blog. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to talk about 17 different ways that you can snowball traffic to a blog, and what to say in a blog, and how to orchestrate your blog in such a way to position yourself to earn money, to get leads, whether you're selling a product or a service, or maybe you're in network marketing and you're trying to get leads. You can get leads with the blog. You don't have to worry about bugging your Aunt Sue and grandma and trying to try to recruit your family and friends. You could do this with the blog, okay? So one thing that I want to point out right now, before I even get any further, is this. Here's probably the largest aircraft carrier in the world. And I want to make a point here that's really, really significant about blogging and also any other kind of marketing, okay? There's certain marketers that are able to attract people in a massive way. And much of that has to do with how they are working on themselves. And this is really important. And on the surface, some people are going to say, okay, what does this have to do about blogging? Well, it's going to be apparent here in a minute. Just remember that your personal development and your mindset will shine through in your marketing, okay, including your blogging. So here's one of the largest aircraft carriers in the world. It's massive. And check this out. Look at the front of this ship right here. You see the two of the anchors, and I believe this particular ship has something like 16 or 18 anchors total. And let me show you this for a second. Look how big this anchor is. Look at the man that's at the bottom, and look how large this anchor is compared to the man. And that's just one of the anchors. And look how large the chain is right here that holds this anchor, okay? Now, think about this for a second, okay? It's really significant. And I heard this not too long ago, and it just really impacted me big time. The anchor is not brought up out of the water for the anchor's sake, okay? The anchor is brought up out of the water for the ship's sake, okay? Now, think about your own marketing and your own personal mindset, okay? Are there anchors that are happening in your life right now, or maybe habits that are happening that are a part of your life right now that are acting like an anchor? And what can you do to bring those anchors up so that you could go forward with your marketing and not be slowed down? I'm just going to list a few of them right here. Okay, just some common, what are some common anchors? Excusitis, probably the worst disease we can face. Fear, lack of faith, procrastination, inaction, laziness, delay, feeling unworthy of success, failure to make decisions. All of these are common anchors, and I realize we fight them all the time. Everybody fights them. But the question is what are you going to do with those anchors? Are you going to set them aside? Are you going to bring them up out of the water for the ship's sake? Okay, not for the anchor's sake, but for the ship's sake, so that you can move forward. So that's just a mindset idea that's very, very powerful. Now, the top 17 ways to snowball traffic to your site or to your blog. Now, I'm going to put this in perspective here a little bit. And again, what I want you to do is if you have a notebook and paper, I want you to start taking notes. I'm going to go really fast. One of the reasons for this is because I have an appointment in about an hour that I have to be in. So I've got to end this webinar quickly. But I'm going to have to go fast. In a couple of days, if you keep your eye out on your email, I will actually send you a copy of this hangout. So if you happen to miss a note or two here or there, then you can check your email. But I think I'm going to be able to go at a correct pace so that you could take notes right away. Now, also, I'm going to ask you to focus 100%. If you are doing anything else right now besides, for example, if you're in Facebook or if you're checking your email or if you have any other distractions, guys, I'm going to ask you to please focus on this right now. Now, I'm going to warn you ahead of time. The stuff that I'm going to show you is going to seem really simple, okay? But sometimes we tend to complicate stuff. We complicate success. And often it's not the difficult things that pull us down. It's the little things that we fail to implement, okay? So, this stuff works. For example, I've been able to reach the top 10 of 3 different leaderboards over the last few years, primarily because I've taken into action the things like this that I'm going to show you into my own business. So check this out. One of the reasons why I'm doing this blog right now is because I utilized some exclusive training about 6 months ago. We had a person by the name of Neal Patel. Actually, it hasn't even been 6 months. It was back in January, so pretty close, 5 or 6 months. Neal Patel, one of the richest bloggers on the planet. Our particular primary opportunity hired him to do some exclusive training. And this guy's only in his early 30s, and he's already a millionaire from blogging. So what can we learn from this individual? I was already blogging and doing pretty well with blogging. But, some of the stuff that I learned from Neal Patel just blew me away and was so beneficial. We got about, I think it was about 4 or 5 hours of one-on-one training with him, even to the point where we broke into groups and did some brainstorming sessions with him. So it's extremely valuable. So Neal's blogs get anywhere from 700,000 to 800,000 visitors every single month. How would it be? Okay. I mean, how would it be if you had a business that was even getting half that? The guy's only 31 years old. He hasn't spent, 30 years blogging. He's only been spending, I think he said something like 8 or 9 years blogging. Maybe not even that much. He's only 31. But can you imagine that many visitors coming to your blog and you getting paid because you're selling stuff on that blog in a non-selly way? Okay. So let me move on here real quick. So here are the 17 ways to get traffic to your blog. Number 1, sprinkle related keywords into your blog. Okay. Now, why not go to your Google Analytics, see which of your blogs and keywords are getting the most traffic. And obviously you need to have your blog set up with Google Analytics. And incidentally, guys, let me say something right now. You see a button over there on the right to Kalatu. Okay. I'm going to recommend that you access Kalatu because it's so easy to utilize the Kalatu blogging platform to set up your internet marketing business. And this Google Analytics, it's very simple, very easy to hook your Google Analytics to your Kalatu blog. We have a tutorial that's very easy to follow. It's only about 3 steps. You can have it set up within about 10 minutes. So go to your Google Analytics once it's set up with your Kalatu blog and see which keywords are getting the most traffic. Now, in your next blog that you do, use related keywords to the blogs that are getting the most traffic for you. So you kind of analyze the keywords that are showing up and then make another blog that's getting the highest click-through rates. Now, you can even go to the bottom of the Google keyword or the Google search and use the Google-related search terms to come up with more keywords. In fact, he utilizes this almost more than anything else, in addition to his Google Analytics. Now, but this is something that I thought it just really blew me away. Don't burn out on researching keywords. This really surprised me. Neal asked the audience, how many of you hate doing keyword research? Everybody's hands shot up, including me. I did it all the time. And he says, well, then screw it. And that's his words. When you're writing, and this is his point, when you're writing a good 2,000-word post, your keywords will be naturally included. Now, this sounds like a lot, but he does recommend larger blog posts because they do tend to rank higher on a Google search. Now, that doesn't mean that every single one of your posts have to be 2,000 words. But when you're trying to provide some really significant content, then you're probably going to want to shoot toward 2,000 words. In fact, this particular webinar that I'm doing right now, I've actually already produced a blog post for it. And because I have about an hour's worth of content here, that's going to be I'm going to be able to turn this easily into a 2,000-word blog post. So this is just one example of what I do when I do hangouts, that is. But whatever you're blogging about, if you want to provide a lot of good value, then a 2,000-word blog post is going to rank higher, and people are going to be able to find you naturally just because of the keyword or the length of the post. Now, he says, number 3, focus on long tail keywords. Google loves long tail keywords. This is the way most of us write stuff. Remember, a long tail keyword is a keyword that's 2 words or more. So like in the this red section here, this could actually be 1 keyword if it was something that we were actually looking for. Actually, probably is a good keyword, long tail keywords. So this is how we write stuff. Neal says that about 90% of his traffic comes from long tail keywords. If you're blogging daily, people will find you. Okay. Now, another thing that he recommended, number 4, have your video transcribed into words. And he recommended one place, and you could go to speechpad.com and have them transcribe your video in about a minute or so. I'm sorry, $1 per minute. Now, what I've also seen, and Neal didn't bring this up, but I've also seen other top bloggers use Dragon. It's called Dragon Speak Naturally. My dad actually uses this program because he's not a very good typer, and he's a writer, and he uses Dragon. I also know of a top blogger. He's probably a millionaire blogger. His name is John Morrow, and you may know who he is, but he's a guy that has physical disabilities. I believe he's has multiple sclerosis, and so he's not able to type, but yet he's a millionaire blogger. So how does he do it? What he does is he uses Dragon to do that, and then I think he probably has an assistant that cleans up the text for him. But obviously, Dragon saves him 90% of the work. Now, if you already have a script for your video, just use it. Don't use duplicate content, though. Now, for example, excuse me, a lot of the videos that I do a lot of short YouTube videos to get traffic. But what I do with those short videos, I'll make maybe a 3 to 5 minute video. Well, those videos will often have a script that I've created for it. Well, I can just simply copy and paste that script and put it right into my blog. Okay. I also embed my video into my blog if I have a video that goes with it. Okay, number 5, include cross links to other blog posts. Not only just your blog post, but other people's blog posts, because this is how you're going to get ranked, and this is how you're going to create credibility. So it's very important to cross-link to other blog posts, because Google will rank your blog by how long people stay on your site. Also, link to other topics that are relevant to what you are blogging about. He also recommended to talk about new stuff with old content. Just a second, I got to get it a drink. I'm coughing really bad here. Hold on. Okay, but he said be sure to include a link to the old related stuff. So you could go back to some of your old content and you can modify it a little bit and include a link to your new stuff and vice versa. And it'll help your old stuff become ranked also when you do that. If people are clicking from one page of your site to another page in your site, Google gives you a brownie point and moves you up a little bit more in the rankings. This is what's called bounce rate. For example, in Google Analytics, I could easily go into my Google Analytics and I could see where people are going from post to post to post to post. Okay. And you might have a visitor that will start on one post and he could go through 20 different posts. Well, Google likes that. And as long as I keep people on my blog, then I have a higher and higher probability of converting them into a sell. A lot of people will start out in this business and they'll make 3 or 4 posts or 5 posts and wonder why they're not making any money. And they say, well, this doesn't work, Jack, because I made 5 blog posts in the last week and nothing's happening. Well, you got to give it some time. The more posts that you've created, the more content you've created, this ends up becoming like little robots. Every single blog post that you create is another lead generation magnet. Okay. So you just have got to keep blogging day after day after day. It's got to be a daily habit. Be sure that the links are relevant, though, to your blog post. Readers will stay on your site longer. So Google knows, number one, they know how long a person is staying. They know how many minutes a person is staying on your blog. And they know which post they are also clicking to. Now, what I want to say here is you also want to make sure to cross-link out to other people's blog posts outside of your own. And a lot of people are kind of afraid to do that because they don't want to lose a customer. But if you do it, number one, you're going to get ranked higher in Google. You're going to be able to get more traffic because of it. Also, it's going to add relevancy to your blog if you're providing people with value within your post and to other people's blogs. So it's powerful stuff. You'll get more in the long run. You will get more sales, more leads if you're outlinking to other sources. Now, limit yourself to 1 to 3 topics on your blog. Okay. Now, incidentally, if you do that, you'll and stay within topic in your blog post. Let's say you have 50 blog posts out there. If they're on topic, you're more likely to keep people on your site. Now, fortunately, if you look at the link on the right to Kalatu, you actually have the ability to create 3 different blogs with 3 different names in the Kalatu system. So I just wanted to mention that to you, where I can't think of another system out there where you could do this without spending a lot of extra money. Now, if your posts are all interrelated, don't you think that visitors will stick around your site longer? I used to think that I could have a ton of topics on my blog, but that's not true. I've learned from my mistakes in the past. If you are in internet marketing or sports or exotic cars, you'll get better results if these are all 3 different blogs. Okay. Again, it's all about keeping visitors to your site. You could do that with Kalatu, and you could create 3 different ones. Like I said, keep the reader on your site, engaged in your content before he gets distracted and leaves your site. The longer he stays on your site, the more important it is in Google's eyes. Okay, number 7, weave in content links within your post. Now, Neal says that that the banners on your blog are fine and dandy, but the in content links convert better. Okay. For example, I provide a free training that teaches people how to get 30 to 50 leads per day in their business, because I've been able to do that. Even though I have a banner above my post and on the side and on the bottom to that training, it's much better that I provide it within a link to my 8-step checklist within my blog itself. So I might be blogging away, and then I might go to a topic related to getting leads online, and I might just provide a link to my free training right there. It's what we call a lead magnet. Okay, number 8, use outbound links to other blog sites of your to other blogs outside of your site. Now, I talked about this already, so be sure to include related links to blogs outside of your blog. Or also, Google places higher authority, like I said, on pages that include outbound links to other related sites. Google also wants to provide a user-friendly experience. Think about it in Google's eyes. Think of your own experience. Would you keep going back to a website that didn't provide resources to other pages, to other sites outside? You'll rank a lot higher, and you'll have them coming back. When I first started blogging, I was afraid to do this. I mean, I heard about it. I heard other leaders talk about it, but I wasn't doing it at first. But I learned, just from trial and error and my own sad experience at the beginning, that you've got to include outbound links. And sure enough, our blog posts that include outbound links are ranking higher, and they're getting more traffic. Yeah, you might lose a customer here or there, but overall, you're going to get a lot more traffic in the long run. Now, this is one thing that you can do to get more traffic to your blog, and it's a really powerful technique. I had never seen this before up until about 6 months ago when I took this training from Neal. After you include the link out to someone else's blog, you can hit up the website owner for a link from their blog to yours, especially if it's related. Make a comment on a related post of his, something like this. I'm your biggest fan. This is one of the most powerful posts I've ever read. But, flattery is going to get you noticed. So I'm typing away on their blog post. The value you provided here is phenomenal. I created a post on this exact same topic. If you would like, you can check out my post and use any ideas that will help your subscribers. Hope this helps you. Okay. And a lot of times they'll comment back, and you can comment back and forth. And you can say something like, if you appreciate this content, please leave a comment and let me know what your thoughts are. You can find my article at xyz.com, whatever your blog post URL is. Be sure to give them a link to a post of yours that is relevant, okay, to something on their blog. Otherwise, you're just spamming, right? You're going to annoy somebody if you're not going to give them relevant information, okay? So I'm going to highly recommend that you utilize this technique, but make sure that you're commenting on somebody's blog that is relevant to your blog or to your post. They're going to appreciate you for it. Now, be authentic and transparent. This is very, very powerful. How do you feel when you listen to somebody telling a story that impacts you? Maybe it's a challenge that you experienced. And I got to tell you what happened here, and I've noted it here. For example, at the Las Vegas event, there was a woman there who blogs about self-defense for girls. And the reason why she did that is she actually stood up and told this story. And this was right in the middle of Neal Patel's training. And she said that the topic was personal to her because she said that when she was a young girl, she was actually raped. And she wanted to make a difference for teenage girls. So do you think that she keeps readers' attention? Absolutely. She has a strong passion about personal protection. Do you think your readers' lives will change as a result? Yes. Do you think her readers will leave comments? Yes. So be authentic and transparent. I'm sure it's not easy for her to be authentic and transparent, but I'll tell you, everybody remembered that story about this lady. It was, it was extremely impactful. So be authentic and transparent. I don't know that's necessary to be this. You don't have to spill your guts on every single post, but you get the idea here that being authentic and transparent is going to keep your readers' attention. Okay. Number 11, use case studies, facts, data to add credibility. So, for example, here's some data of my own and I show this on my blog. I've been a part of 3 different systems in the last few years on the internet marketing systems, and you can see I've hit the top 10 of 3 different leaderboards right here at the top left-hand corner. I've been able to reach number 6 in this particular system. Over on the right, I've been able to hit number 2, 3, and 4 in the system on the right. The one on the left, I actually hit number 7. It's kind of hard to see that 7 down here, but that's what it is. And you can see my picture right there, and my name here and my name here. So I'm adding credibility here. So in your own blog post, whenever you can, include facts, data to include credibility. Now that also includes, maybe you're trying to show other kinds of facts and data that's available on other websites. That's allowable, but document it whenever possible. Now, use social media to promote your post. Now, we know how much traffic social media brings. Facebook and Twitter drive the most traffic on the internet. Billions of visitors go through Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Pinterest, and LinkedIn. So be sure that your post is relevant to the group on Facebook, Google+, and LinkedIn. But you can post to groups, okay? This is just a taste of some of the promotion. We'll get into this on another webinar, so keep coming back. Be sure to follow other people in your niche to see what they are doing. Comment and like on fellow members' posts. It provides them some valuable content that will help them. Ask him or her to comment on your blog post, like I said. Find new targeted friends on each site. Slowly unfollow friends who have not been following you to give room for someone else. As you might know, Facebook maxes out. They only give you a certain number of friends. I think it's 3,000 if I remember right. And beyond that point, you're not going to be able to add friends. So you can slowly follow those. Now, if you unfollow them too quick, you actually can get sandboxed by Facebook. So you have to be careful. Be sure to network and share with others in your niche. Add each other as friends and comment and share to get more traffic. Okay, now, here's another thing that he's recommended, and I had never seen this before, but it's powerful. Create a top 100 list of heavy hitters in your niche and hit them up. Just a second. You could use Alexa.com or StumbleUpon.com to create a top 100 list. You could also use BuzzSumo.com to find key influencers, or Google blog search can help you find top bloggers. So what you do is you be sure that the list is totally randomized. You don't want to upset anyone on the list. So what you do is you create this top 100 list of bloggers in your particular niche. Let's suppose you're really into stamp collecting. You could create a top 100 list of stamp collecting bloggers. And then what he recommends is that you create a badge, okay? Have a top 100 heavy hitters badge created on Fiverr or Odesk. The badge and it doesn't have to cost very much. I think you could probably have it done for anywhere from $5 to $20. And the badge, of course, will have your blog URL embedded into it. Be sure to provide the top 100 winner with a complete HTML code to embed the badge into his blog. Give him permission to share the badge proudly. And you can send this HTML code to him through email or whatever is necessary. And whoever creates that badge for you will provide the HTML that you need. So the HTML will where do you think it's going to point to? It's going to point to your blog, okay? Because you're the one that created this top 100 list. Now, another thing you could do is you could interview other top experts in your field, okay, or your niche, whatever that might be. And incidentally, guys, you don't have to, blog about just internet marketing alone. You can blog about a passion. You can blog about stamp collecting or coin collecting or CrossFit or boxing or basketball, whatever you want, and you still will make money on your blog. Now, so you can interview an expert in your niche. You can interview them on the phone or in person. Ask them to promote you. If you promote them, after the interview, tell the expert to feel free to add this recorded interview, to his press page or his newsroom on their website. Ask the expert if they would include a link back to your blog from their press page, in other words, okay? So it's just another way to get a lot of traffic from heavy hitters in our niche, in your niche, whatever that niche might be, okay? I hope that makes sense to you. If you're able to get an interview from a top person, let's start getting out of the comfort zone and reaching out to these people. It might be through email, might be through their blog. You might have to be a little bit persistent. Don't be a jerk about it or anything like that. But if you could do it in a non-evasive way, compliment them along the way, because chances are their blog has really their blog has probably impressed you. So let them know about that. Okay, number 15, and we're getting close to the end here. Email as social media blasts. Now, do you think that an email or a social media blast will improve rankings? Absolutely, yes. Okay. Email contributors and creators of significant websites. Give contributors a reason to include your link on their blog. Post to groups on Facebook, Google, LinkedIn, etc. So we're utilizing heavy hitters, top producers, and we're utilizing groups at Facebook, Google, and LinkedIn. Number 16, okay? Use lowercase subject lines in your emails, okay? no doubt, if you want to increase traffic, you need to send your list to your blog post. Okay, so you're collecting email addresses from your blog in a variety of different ways. And as you're collecting a list, the money is in the list, by the way. Everybody knows that. So make sure to send your list to your blog post. Make sure that it's stuff that they can utilize, though. Now, in your subject line, use lowercase letters. It's been proven and shown that the open rates are higher. See, it's perceived as more personable and less salesy. I got a typo there. Sorry about that. Number 17, another thing that you can do. We're getting almost to the end here. Create a post as a guest blogger, okay? And you can do this. You know, wouldn't it be awesome if you could post your content to like Forbes or Huffington Post or CNN? You can. The more content is equal to more traffic. Just a second here. I got to click out of this. Okay, more content, more traffic. Neal said that his goal is to hit up 3 guest contributors for every blog post that he creates. Contact the guest contributor, comment, post, email, phone, etc., and ask them if you could be a guest blogger. Now, you want to give them a reason for doing that. You know, maybe you could give them an example of a blog post that you created, and if it provides value to his community, he may just allow you to be a guest blogger. And of course, you're going to have a link back to your blog post. More and more traffic. So anyway, this has been, absolutely a breakthrough training for me that I've been able to share with you. I now faithfully garnish, Neal's 17 tips into my blogs. I'm calling them Neal's because a lot of this stuff, even though I've known some of it, much of this has been stuff that I've just learned in the last 6 months, even though I was able to get quite a bit of traffic on my previous blog. But I utilize all this stuff now. So Napoleon Hill said, and this is really important, unsuccessful people make decisions slowly and change them frequently. Some of these points that I've been talking about, there's probably going to be a little bit of fear associated with implementing them. But I'll tell you, the stuff that is creating the most fear in you, those are probably the points that are going to get you the most traffic, okay? Successful people make decisions quickly and change them infrequently, if at all. And this comes from Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. Some of you guys that are on this webinar right now have read Think and Grow Rich, and I would highly recommend it. I read it about 3 times, underlined it, took copious notes. Very powerful book, by the way. Now, what I'm going to recommend is if you don't have a blog, I'm going to recommend that you check out Klaatu right now, okay? Take action on it. If you don't have a blog, get one. What you could do is you could access the Klaatu trial on the right-hand side of this page for $9, okay? There's a link at the bottom of this page, depending on when you're seeing this video, or on the right-hand side of this page, you could just click where it says access Klaatu here. And you can access Klaatu for a 7-day trial for only $9. You could check it out. And if you want to keep it, it's going to be, it'll be $25 a month. And that includes the hosting. If you were to set up your own host, it's going to cost you more than that. Plus, you'll have to install it and include and find all of the different plugins that you need. The advantage of the Klaatu system is it's a major time saver and money saver. So 7-day Klaatu, plus you get 2 months as an affiliate status. Now, what that means is that in order for you to have resale rights of the Klaatu plus any other product that we sell, you can actually earn commissions up to $3,000 commissions for selling products within our system. But you're only able to do that as an affiliate. So 7-day trial, $9. And you know what? If it's not for you, that's okay. You can cancel, and you're only out $9. Okay, but check it out for 7 days. And when you get hooked up with Kalatu, you're going to have an easy to use video walkthrough that'll show you exactly how to set it up. See, it's set up on the right from the get-go. You can easily set it up. Kalatu is set up in such a way that it optimizes the ability of internet marketers to market online. It utilizes the latest WordPress platform, but it's just more than that. So you can set up WordPress on your own blog, on your own server, but the challenge is that you're going to have to spend a ton of money and a ton of time trying to configure that WordPress platform so that it's optimized for internet marketing. Kalatu has already done that for you. So I'm going to invite you to check out Kalatu. Now, I'm going to offer you one or actually 4 significant bonuses for checking out Kalatu as a bonus. So let me get to that here in a second. And this is pretty significant here. Here are the bonuses right here. Now, I got to say this right up front. Whoops. Just a second. I got to get to the right spot. Okay, almost done here. I've got to take off here in a few minutes from current slide. Okay, so as an incentive for locking arms with my team, with our team right here, those of you who are just kind of checking it out and seeing what our team is about, you're going to receive 4 bonuses if you decide to check out Kalatu. And what I was going to say is that this webinar is going to be up on YouTube for quite a while, and I cannot promise that these bonuses are going to be available for very long. Okay, so you might want to, if you're seeing this webinar, 2 or 3 months from now, you might want to email me or phone me and ask me if these bonuses are still available. They probably will not be. But I am offering them right now. Okay. So if you take action today, you're going to be able to get 4 bonuses for joining our team and clicking the Kalatu button over there on the right. Okay, the first bonus is called 27 Email Marketing Superstar Strategies. These are tips, tricks, and ideas for optimizing your ability to make the most amount of money with email marketing. The second bonus is called How to Create an Avalanche of Leads with a Blog. This was actually training that I actually provided about an hour and a half of training a couple of weeks ago. And this is fresh, brand new stuff that you're going to want to take advantage of, and you will have access to this forever. Okay. And bonus number 3, and incidentally, these are both a video walkthrough as well as a the actual written script that comes with these tips, tricks, and techniques. Okay, bonus number 3, how to dominate the internet with video marketing. I've utilized video marketing as well as blogging for the last 3 years. I've been able to earn as much as $11,100 in a single month because of video marketing and implemented with blogging. So it works. I also know people that utilize video marketing. I know one person right now specifically that only uses video marketing, and he's earned somewhere around $500,000, and the guy's only about 22 or 23 years old. So video marketing works. Many of the video marketers that I know also utilize a blog along with their video marketing. But this is also a video walkthrough as well as a script that accompanies this. You're also going to get a 4th bonus, and it's you're going to have access to weekly live marketing training directly from me and other top earners. So those are my 4 bonuses right here. I keep you up to date on stuff that's happening in the industry and give you marketing tips and traffic getting tips on a weekly basis. And even if you're not interested, you keep the bonuses just for checking out the trial. Okay. That's the only thing that we ask, is that you check out the trial. It's going to cost you $9. If it's not for you, that's okay. This may not be for you. It may or may not be. It's been the best thing I've ever seen. But go ahead and click the link on the right there. And $9. And if you decide that it's for you, then it'll be $25 a month after that, plus $19.95 for the affiliate in order to resell products. Now, incidentally, within that smart system that you're going to click on here in a minute, you could actually earn commissions up to $3,000 on a single sell. So it's worth checking out, worth clicking on that link. And what you're going to do is, when you click on the link, you're going to watch a video, and make sure to watch that right to the end. It's going to be a presentation that explains about what they call the smart system, utilizing this Kalatu platform, and a marketing system that is just phenomenal. Like I said, up to $3,000 commissions with that smart system that you're going to click over there on the right. Now, if it's not for you, just cancel it, but keep your bonuses as a thank you just for checking out the system. So go ahead and click the link. It's either below the video here, the smart system, or over there on the right. If you're seeing this live in the webinar, it's going to be at the right. So anyway, I hope that you utilize the techniques that I've shown you today. This has been very powerful stuff. And I realize that I've gone very, very fast because I have this appointment that I have to get to right now. So click the link. It's either at the below the video or at the right of the video, and take advantage of that $9 trial. And again, even with the $9 trial, I don't know how long they're going to make that available. They may take, they may get rid of it any day now. I don't know. But at least for right now, the $9 trial is available. The bonuses are available right now. They're probably going to go away soon. So take advantage of those right now. Go ahead and click the link, and I'll see you on the other side. Now, what's going to happen is that if you do decide to join my team, as soon as I see evidence of that in my back office, I'll probably get that within the next few hours. Then I'm going to send an email back to you, and I'm going to give you those bonuses right away. Okay. It may take me a few hours to get to my back office because I'm going to do that manually. So it'll be sometime today when I send you the bonuses. So look in your email, watch your email like a hawk for those bonuses. Okay. That's going to end up in your email box for you. You'll get a link to those, exclusive link to those bonuses. So anyway, hope that you got a ton of value from the information that we've talked about today. Guys, it works. Implement it, and make it a great day. Go ahead and click the link, and I'll see you on the other side.